Hey everybody, welcome to another Moarhammer battle report. It's a 2,000 point battle against the Orcs and Goblins. So we're getting a bit of variety in here. Here's the list. It's my list, the Legions of the Swarmbringer. To get down to 2,000 I basically just cut out All Guts, Demon Spew. I know, I missed him too. So I've got my Great Brave Shaman, the Swarmbringer, he's a general. Markanogel, level 4, Law of Beasts. Jagged Dagger, Brass Cleaver and Talisman of Endurance. Got my Herald of Nurgle, Octopus Prime, he's level 1 on Law of Nurgle, with the Greater Locus of Fecundity, a Palanquin of Nurgle and a Greater Gift, which I swapped out for the Balesword. 19 Chaos Warriors, the Legion, Markanogel Shields, full command. 28 Plague Bearers, Pus Tide with full command. 10 Gore with additional hand weapons and Markanogel, the Bloat Goats. An Ungor Herd, Ramrot with Markanogel Musician. Another Ungor Herd, the Rust Herd with Markanogel. I had 3 Beasts of Nurgle, the Slobber Gobblers. 5 Chaos Furies, the Pox Pixies with the Markanogel, and 3 Plague Drones of Nurgle, Humbugs with a Standard Bearer. Here's what he had. He had a Black Orc War Boss, and that's a general, with a shield, Armour of Destiny, and a Dawnstone. He had a Goblin Big Boss with a Light Armour Shield. He was BSB and with the Spider Banner and on a Giant Wolf. He had a Night Goblin Shaman, who was level 2. He had another Night Goblin Shaman who was level 1 with a Dispel Scroll. He had an Orc Big Boss on a shield with a spear and a Warbore. He had another Orc Big Boss with a shield, spear, Dragonbane Gem and Wargore. Then he had 43 Night Goblins with short bows, full command, 3 Fanatics and Netters. A unit of 30 Orc Big Guns with shields, full command and a banner of swiftness, Zoom Zoom. Then he had 5 Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, 6 Trolls, 6 River Trolls, a Doom Diver Catapult and 1 Mangler Squig. Here's a picture of deployments. As you can see, he kind of bunkered up in the middle a little bit. He had his 2 blocks in the centre, flanked by his trolls and then other bits and bobs. So I kind of opposed that. I put my big blocks in the middle and then my faster stuff on the flanks to kind of, with the idea that I would wrap around and do him in from all sides and show him who's the real boss. So on the left-hand side there, I've got my beasts, then my Plague Bearers on top of the hill with the Herald. Then I've got my Chaos Warriors with Brave Shaman, my Plague Drones, and then my Furies, and all my units of Beastmen were ambushing. Then on his side, we've got the 5 Squig Hoppers, then his 6 River Trolls with a Boar Big Boss installed. His unit of 30 Orc Boys, Big Guns with the War Boss, behind which is the Night Goblin unit with bows, the BSB on Boar, on Wolf even, and then the 2 Mages. Then to the right again is the unit of 6 Trolls with the other Boar Boy boss installed, behind which is the Doom Diver, and on the far right there you've got the Mangler Squig. So he rolled up first turn, and he very aggressively just pushed everything forward. His Squig Hoppers, Mangler Squig went quite far forward, his Trolls went flying forward, everything just pushed forward really. It was very aggressive, which is awesome because I like fighting. In his magic phase he got Gorkle Fix It off on my warriors, which kind of... I didn't really want it there. I was hoping I'd get a charge in, but this kind of made me not want to charge. And he also got Sneaky Stabbing off on his bigger unit, so I was really not too keen about charging that now, which is fine, I guess. In the shooting phase, his Doom Diver opens up and kills 4 Chaos Warriors, which is great. Then we go to my turn, and I kind of make a mistake, to be honest. I put my Plague Drones into the Orc Big Guns. I didn't want them coming any further out than that. I would rather they stay there. His Sneaky Stabbing spell has no effect on me because I've only got my ward save. I was hoping I would just be able to slap them around a bit, do as much damage as I could without taking too much back, and just hold them there until my next turn where I could charge them with my big block of Plague Bearers or Warriors. On the left there you'll see my beasts go into the Squig Hoppers. They were far too far forward and I'm very comfortable with that fight. And right at the back there, you can see my Gore Herd came on and went to face the Doom Diver because that was a pretty logical place for them to go. I also, as you can see, flew out my Furies. They hit the Mangler Squig, took about 12 wounds, but it took out the Mangler Squig, which is great. It can do a hell of a lot more damage than that, so I was more than happy to throw away those things for that. And this is the rest of my movement. I just kind of pivot my 2 blocks around to face his Trolls. I didn't really want those River Trolls getting in to my Plague Bearer block. Unless I had a good means of counter-attacking, because I know they can be really difficult to kill. I've got no flaming banner, no flaming attacks. Bit of a weakness, I know, but that's how it happened. At which point we realised that the plague drones flying forward released the fanatics from the night goblins. They were just within 8 inches. So I was thinking, oh, that's okay, there's no real decent targets for him. Lo and behold, he didn't care about his orcs. He just sent 2 of them straight through the orc brick. Ended up killing about only 3 orcs, but doing 4 wounds to my plague drones, which sucked. So I was now really not very confident about this fight. I was kind of bricking it, because that's reduced my output by a significant amount. A third, in fact. But to even the odds a little bit, I cast Whiston's Wild Form on them in the magic phase, just to get a bit of extra buff. And then I cast Blades of Putrefaction and the Savage Beast of Horus on my Plague Bearers and Herald, respectively. This was actually more of a trying to prevent him charging them with the trolls. They were the only decent target he would have had, and it was just going to stop that. He wasn't going to charge with that much doom on the unit. We go into combat here, and lo and behold, my beasts have no problem wiping out the Squidhoppers. I do take 2 wounds in return, but that's fine. And I reform like this, so I was just out of arc of the River Trolls, and if they went forward again into the Plague Bearers, I'd have a great counterattack opportunity. Equally, they're then in a good position to attack whoever they want. And over here, it's the worst parts of the Bible. I kill like 4 orcs. I roll pretty poorly. He does about 4 wounds on the plague drones, and then the last one takes the last wound from crumble checks, or from crumbling, which is a bit annoying, but oh well, can't win them all. And now obviously they're in a good position to be able to charge out into one of my other units, which would be a bit rubbish. Fortunately, the thing that won him that was probably the Fanatics. Now they're sitting right in front of him, which is hopefully going to stop him from charging, which would be great. Then we go over to here. As you can see, there's been no charges. He was very unaggressive this turn. His Night Goblin block at the back turned to face the Gore, with the idea of maybe trying to magic them off or shoot them off. His Trolls on the right-hand side just moved up forward over the hedge to try and get some flanks on. His River Trolls on the left, they failed their stupidity check. The BSB was just out of range because he's on the wrong side of the unit, so he couldn't re-roll the Leadership 8 or Leadership 9. He just failed it. So that was fantastic. Now they're in a terrible position, which I was very happy about, believe it or not. Then we get to the middle there. The Orc Boys, the 2 Fanatics turned around and went straight through the unit and destroyed them. Took like 9 or 10 wounds or something there. You can see the better picture here. They just took a whole bunch of wounds, and there's the dead pile just from the Fanatics. It was outstanding. Really pleased about that. After what they did to my Plague Drones, I wasn't too guilty about this. And there's a picture of his River Trolls failing their stupidity check, which now put them in a terrible position, which is great, and I was going to capitalise on that. We go to the magic phase, and he casts Curse of the Bad Moon at the Gore, which is fine. He didn't quite make it to them, fortunately. He did an initiative test, I think, but he didn't make it to them, so didn't have to take any. He does shoot at me as well, but he doesn't hit once. He moved, it's long range, I'm behind an intervening thing, so he's hitting on 7s, so his poisoned attacks are useless, and I think he ended up getting 2 hits, but then failing to wound at all, so that was great. They came in size. Then we go to my turn, Bomber turn 2, and there's a lot of charges. As you can see, the Gore go into the Doom Diver, and that's something I'm very confident about. My Warriors slam into the Orc Boys, and I was confident about that now. They're such a reduced strength. I'm going first. I only have to kill a handful before they're not going to get many attacks back, so that's great. And my Plague Bearers and Beasts go into the Trolls. My idea here was that I was going to just try and take out the Boar Boy with my Beasts, because that would allow me to break the Trolls. I was certain I had them on combat res if I didn't do any wounds, and they're not that good at doing wounds back. So if I killed the Boar, they'd probably break. That was the idea. In my magic phase, I roll Nurgle's Rot on the Reign of Chaos chart, and I hit both Fanatics. just on 6s, and they both die, which was outstanding. He was quite happy about that fact that they'd just done such an amount of damage to him. He was glad they were out of the picture. In combat, we go in here, and believe it or not, the Beastmen destroy the Doomdiver and overrun. I was hoping I'd get past their forward arc with the overrun. I didn't, which is a bit rubbish, but oh well. Then over here, I did exactly what I said. My beasts put all their attacks on the orc, the boar boy, killed him. I think I took a wound on my herald, one plague bearer got lost, but with my charge, my flank, my ranks, my standard, my wounds, he was down to leadership, nothing on the trolls, ended up and broke, and I ran him down, which is ideal. This combat over here, I'm fairly confident about. I ended up not doing that well, actually. I kill about five orcs. I rolled a bit poorly. Unfortunately, he doesn't do too much back. He does only 2 wounds back, and he puts a wound on my great Bray Shaman. That's fine. If in case you're wondering, the orc at the back there of my unit there, that's indicating the jagged dagger that my great Bray Shaman has. So I can use that model I can expend him as a power dice in any ensuing magic phase, which is really useful. So I've got an extra power dice now, which is great. So I win combat, but I think I do sort of 5 wounds. He does 2. I got the charge and a standard, and so he's got a standard. I ended up winning by a couple, and he breaks, and I run him down. Oh yeah! I was really concerned when I found out his Black Orc War Boss had the Armour of Destiny and the Dawnstone. I was thinking, God, he's going to have like a 4-up, 4-up, 4-up kind of thing going on. And I was just I didn't know I was going to kill that without anybody like Orgot's Demon Spear in the list, without any high strength anti-armour thing. I didn't know I was going to deal with that. And this is how I dealt with it. I ran him down. Brilliant. So then we get into his turn 3. And lo and behold, he charges the side of the Gore. There's very little other movement in this turn. I forgot to take a picture of the whole board, but basically his trolls on the right-hand side just pivoted around. Charging the side here, this is the magic phase. He casts Sneaky Stebble on the goblins, which I wasn't worried about. And he casts Curse of the Bad Moon here, and he sends it off a sneaky angle. Ends up killing 3 Gore, which is fine. There's no way they could possibly survive this combat anyway. Not too fussed about that. And lo and behold, I was right. They just annihilate. I don't even kill a single one back, even with my 4 attacks and Primal Fury and all that. I think I fail Primal Fury and then roll 1s to hit and wound, so that's fine. Then we go to my turn, and he reforms to face the rest of my army. And we go to my turn, and I line everything up. I did charge with my warriors, but as you can see with those dice, I roll a double 1 again. Oh, well, here's a better picture of them failing the charge. So there's 2 games in a row they've done this now, which I'm really happy about. Can't wait to see it again. But the rest of my army just forms a U shape around the goblins, so if he comes in or anything, I should be able to get a whole bunch of charges off. In the magic phase, I roll a 5, I think, so I get the Tzeentch's Firestorm. Fortunately, it misses all of my stuff, but it does hit his big block, hits him right in the centre, and scatters off. Oh, I was really happy about it. It would have hit like 12 or something, and it was killing on 3s. It would have been great, but oh well, never mind, you can't win them all. I then cast Amber Spear at him, and I promptly roll a 1 to wound. So, yeah, great. But I can't complain too much, because in his turn, first thing he does is fail Animosity and charge straight into the front of my warriors, which is exactly where I wanted them. I did manage to get the Savage Beast of Horus off on my Bray Shaman at the end of last turn as well, so he really did not want to charge that unit. And obviously I was very happy about him charging that unit. I had no qualms there whatsoever. He comes in, he casts Sneaky Stebble on the unit again, just because he had to. Here's a better picture of that. Then we go into combat, and the Bray Shaman goes absolutely ballistic. He kills like 5 goblins, gets them all for power dice, which is great. The rest of the warriors do another couple of wounds. I lose 1 warrior back, I think, 1 or 2 warriors in return. And with his charge, his ranks against my ranks, my wounds, I think I win this combat, but he's steadfast. He sticks around, he's got BSB, he's fine. At least 8 with a reroll wasn't difficult. Then my turn, what else am I going to do? Pile in, boom. Plague Bearers going to the front, Beasts going to the side. It was possible to... it kind of looks like it was a difficult charge to get in. It was possible to wheel around properly. We did do that right. We're going to combat. I cast Blaze of Putrefaction on my Plague Bearers to even the tide a bit. I say even, to increase my win. And I cast Whison's Wild Form on the Warriors to make them super good. And we go into combat. My my unit champion issues a challenge. He'd already killed the Goblin champion last turn, so he throws his level 1 mage forward because he didn't want to reject the challenge, so I send his BSB to the back. Level 1 goes forward and kills me. There's a picture of him lying on his back like the stupid shit he is. So I was really happy about that. It was pretty funny. It's because he had the spider ban. He rolled that 6. I rolled a 2 for my armor, failed my parry. He's dead. That's it. Nothing else to say really. But then we go into combat and he folds. I murder like 19 goblins. He does kill another 2 or 3 warriors back. Doesn't do anything to the beasts. Doesn't do anything to the plague bearers. I completely wipe out his level 2 mage. My herald hits with all three. All 3 were poisoned. He hasn't got any save. I end up doing like 6 wounds to him or something. It was pretty good. So his unit just buckles. And they break, which is great. So I'm really happy about that. He was on double 1s or something. Even with a reroll, he had no chance. And he runs 9 inches. So I was, I'll chase with my plague bearers and my beasts. I wanted to turn my warriors around so they're facing the trolls. I didn't want to get trolls in the back or anything. And so he rolls 9 and I roll this. My beasts roll 3 6s and my plague bearers go 11. So they're being really, really fast today, which was great. Really enjoyed that. So there you go. Ran down the goblins. BSB's dead. Both wizards dead. Big block of shooting dead with the poison banner. Massive chunk of his army down. Really happy about that. And then his trolls are ready to come into my warriors. But I still had wild form on them. I still had my Bray Shaman in there. I was still pretty confident I could at the very least take out his boar boy. Fingers crossed. Go to his turn and he fails his stupidity check. Oh, so I felt really bad. I said, you know what? No, that's just stupid. Just charge. I'm fine if you just want to charge. He was like, no, I'm not going to charge. We let the dice decide. So props to him. He wanted to play it properly. I felt really felt awful that he failed stupidity test at that point. He's got 1 unit left on the board and they're just stumbling forward like a pair of drunk geese. Or something. Anyway, we go into here. I charge in. Why not? Of course I would. Everything else lines around to look at them in case things go horribly, horribly wrong. My magic phase is so dominant now. I've got my extra power dice from that goblin I killed. I roll quite high. I think I roll an 11 here for my magic phase because this is the first turn. His wizards are all dead. So the 11 on the Reign of Chaos is randomly determined enemy wizard. If there are no wizards, it doesn't matter. So, oh well. But I cast Whison's Wild Form, Blaze of Putrefaction, and the Savage Beast of Horus on the units. So they're massively buffed up now. In combats, my Bray Shaman issues the challenge. He accepts with his boar boy. And this is so good. He's channeling his inner Orgots here. He gets like 6 strength 8 attacks or something. Rerolls for Primal Fury, which I pass. I'm going first. Just slaughter him. I do sort of 4 or 5 wounds to him. He had no chance, no save. I'm hitting on 4s with a reroll, wounding on 2s, just cut him down, which is ideal. And then he goes back for as extra power dice, which is nice. The rest of my warriors end up actually doing 3 wounds to the trolls. He got a bit unlucky with his regen saves. But he does kill 3 warriors back with vomits, and he kills another one with stomp. It doesn't matter though. He's lost his boar boy, and he loses the combat because of the amount of damage in the challenge. He's only chipped 3 or 4. He breaks, but he does get away. And it's his turn next. He fails to rally. They flee again, not quite to the board edge. But then it's my turn. I try to charge him, but he doesn't run off. He runs a tiny amount. So I mean, it's bottom of 6. I just tried to get a few points out by trying to magic him off. I Flock of Doom, don't do anything. I big amber spear him and roll a 1. No, sorry, I wound him. He fails his regen save and I roll a 1 for the number of wounds. Ideal. That's what you want. So there you have it. There's the end of the game. I got about 1990 off him, and he got about 370 off me. He killed the Plague Drones, the Furies, and a unit of Gore. Whereas all he had left was a unit of Trolls, which is worth about 210 points. So, yeah, ideal. Great victory for me. Big one. And there you have it. So, thanks for watching this one again. I hope everyone's really enjoying these battle reports. I'm certainly enjoying making them. If anyone wants to subscribe, please feel free. Leave a comment. Love to hear any feedback. Really want to try and make these better. I'm enjoying making them, so I want to make them better. Please subscribe to or follow me on Twitter at @MoreWarGames. And as always, thanks for watching. See you soon.